Sephora is a French multinational chain of personal care and beauty stores, featuring nearly 3,000 brands along with its own private label. Sephora offers beauty products including cosmetics, skincare, body, fragrance, nail color, beauty tools, and hair care. In this video, we will explore Sephora in the midst of this pandemic and decide if it is a yes or a no for us during this time. FYI, this video was set up in clips. Enjoy. And by the way, I'm Wisdom Works. Welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. For those who are new to my PV channel, welcome. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please click that red button there and also hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. I mentioned in my intro that we would explore Sephora together. I want to share with you one of the things I realized when we were closed in is the longer that I stayed in, the longer that I stood still, fear began to creep in. In order for me to know if it was safe for me to step out during this time, I needed to get out of the box that I was in. After we explore this Sephora trip together, I promise you there is a positive and an encouraging message at the end. We are en route and I am super excited. I have my husband, my daughter, and my niece. We are here. We are at Sephora. If you look close, you will see a Sephora employee standing outside the store entrance. So we finally made it in. Although it looks empty and it feels empty, there are two other customers inside the store with us. The Sephora employees are so attentive, but it's time for us to check out the next location. Now we're getting ready to walk inside the mall, and what you don't see here is that there is a very long line outside of Sephora. It actually swerves around. Finally, after waiting for 7 minutes, we are granted access. As you can see, everything remains intact. It's still beautiful. The only thing was at this location, uh, there was only my daughter, my niece, and myself, and maybe one other person inside the store. Now, the question really is, do I still love Sephora after taking this trip and getting out? Do I still love Sephora? The answer is yes. Many things have changed, but the three changes that stood out to me is that you can no longer just walk in Sephora. There is a Sephora employee that stands outside of the store. There's a designated place for you to wait, and there is a line in most cases. They're there to make you aware of what's going on. Another thing that they do is they asked us, was there something particular that we were shopping for that day? They immediately notify another, or I'm assuming that it's other employees inside the store. They notify them to let them know that I'm coming in, if I'm looking for something, what I'm looking for. The next thing that I noticed was that it just felt a little empty. It was a little empty because at that time I realized that there's maybe, give or take, maybe 3 to 5 customers that are allowed to enter the store or be there in the store at one time shopping together. Before the pandemic, you could go into Sephora, you could take pictures, you could video, you could blog if you wanted to. But in this case, and now with the new changes, they are not allowing you to do that. They're very careful. They want to make sure that you are not videoing any Sephora employees. and also any other customers. Now, that's not something that I would normally do anyway. But I was a little disappointed. There was a reason why I was disappointed. I was disappointed because I wanted to show the process, their new process of how they do things now. I went for some foundation. And when I would normally go in for foundation, they can remove your makeup, or if you don't have on any makeup, they kind of do a test. They're able to try different foundations to see how it matches with your skin, if it's the right match for you, the perfect match. But since they are no longer doing that and they cannot do it, which I understand, I wanted to film the process of how they do it now. And I was not able to do that. I was blessed to have a wonderful and a very skilled artist, makeup artist. He was able to look at my skin, just look at it. He went to the right shade. Now, the shade was perfect in his eyes, but it also was perfect for me. It was to my liking. They give you their undivided attention. So all eyes are on you. They are there to cater to you. So it's all about you. I would definitely give Sephora a thumbs up. In going through this process, there was a message for me, and I would love to share it with you. Listen, when you shelter yourself for a long period of time, we talked about how fear set in for me. Fear sets in. And it's very hard and uncomfortable to get out of the box. It's very hard. That box that you're in, it does not belong to you. That's not you. Here's what happened to me. I entertained the thought of being free. Then I put that thought in motion. How did I put it in motion? By getting out. Even though it was uncomfortable, even though it was hard, I just didn't entertain the thought. I put it in motion. And I got out. But listen, let me tell you something. Long as you have breath in your body, you are going to experience some uncomfortable moments. Things are going to change in life. As long as you are breathing, as long as you have breath, as long as you are alive, things sometimes change. They never stay the same. Never stay the same. There's only one person that I know stays the same, and that is God and His love for us. Yes, I had to wait in line. But you have to realize in life, some things that you want, some things that you desire, you are going to have to wait on them. It's not going to always come right away. It's not going to always be at your convenience. We have to learn to wait on some things and embrace change. It's not always such a long wait. When we were at Sephora, the wait may have been anywhere from maybe 3 to 7 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. It's not always a long wait. It's just the fact that we don't want to wait. Here's the thing. Once I got into that store, it was all about me. All eyes were on me. All of my needs were met. The requirements that I had for the store, my desires, what I desired, they were met. And guess what? I didn't have to do a redo. I didn't have to return anything. Sometimes when you do not wait and you're not patient enough to wait, you get something you don't want. And unfortunately, some things you get, you wish you could return. You wish you could do a redo. But the message in this was to wait, to be patient, to embrace change. It's not always a bad thing. And even if you thought it was bad, there's some good that can come from it. So I received what it was that I came there for. I didn't have to return the merchandise. Listen, it was worth the wait. It really was. You have to realize that some things you're going to have to wait on. When you live in fear, you limit yourself. When you limit yourself, you can only go so far. It's only so far that you can go because you have put limitations on yourself. You can't live in fear and walk in faith at the same time. When you choose, because it is a choice, when you choose to live in fear, you choose not to live your life to the fullness. I want to make sure you understand this. Living in fear is a choice. God came that we may have life and have that life more abundantly. So you have to be free. He came that we would have joy, that we would be able to celebrate, enjoy life. So you have to get out of that box that you have been in because it does not belong to you. That is not you. That is not what God has for you. This is a positive vibe channel. And my desire is that you be free and happy. Have an awesome week. A blessed week. And listen, don't forget to subscribe if you have not already subscribed. And if this message helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Your trip to Sephora.
It was good. It was just different because you had to wait in lines.
Are you going to look at them?